Good morning. Here's our morning flow, starting with breathing. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, knees bent. In and out. Nice and slow. Bringing breath into the body. Letting those arms go and opening up the knee from the hip out and in. Staying on one side here, opening out and in. Just letting the hip fall, open and close. Switch other side, same thing. Out and in, let those hips fall as they do naturally. Nothing forced. Straighten out one leg and just rock from the hip, open and close. Kind of externally, internally rotate that leg. Bring that knee to chest and rock in and out. Getting nice and juicy in that hip joint. Use your hands to guide it out and in. Switch it up, other side, same thing. Out and in with those heel rocks. Turning in and out from the hip. Bring that knee in and open it up, using the hands as a guide. Let that go and let both knees fall to one side, using the hands gently to push yourself into a little fetal position, side to side. Nice and gentle here. Finding a side lying position. Little baby clams, just opening that top knee up, feet staying together. About 60-degree bend in the knees. You can use that hand as a guide, opening and closing. And roll it over, switch it up, same thing, other side. Nice and gentle. Coming onto your back again, bring those knees in, give yourself a little hug. Flex those feet up to the sky, just start bicycling those legs. Getting a little bit into that hamstring now, reversing that. Bicycling those legs up to the sky. Straightening both legs, keeping the feet flexed, bend those knees. Thinking about pushing away, like a plie in reverse. Keep that going. And then from there, just start to point and flex the feet, nice and easy. Legs up 90 degrees. Beautiful. Let those knees bend, legs drop back down, feet flat, and just kind of rock those hips side to side. Feel your lower back, your sacrum, your lumbar spine start to get moving. It's okay if they're off the ground right now. And then just start tucking those hips. Exaggerate the big stretch in that lumbar spine and then tuck them down. Really use the floor as a guide here. While keeping those hips tucked, start to roll up to your bridge. Making sure there's still a little crease in the front of your leggings or the front of your sweatpants here as you come up. Not pushing it all the way through that lower back. Just a few here, up and down. Use those hands on the floor as a guide. Start to feel those hamstrings kicking in. And then you can hold here, either bending at the elbows or bringing the arms up for a bit less stability. A little bit of a challenge here. Still early. Roll it down, straighten those legs, and come on to your belly to prone. Start kicking those feet towards the glutes. Throw a little tantrum, it's the morning. And then bring those feet together, knees bent, rock yourself side to side. And you can add a little twist here, stacking the knees. Be careful, you don't want to go too far here. Get a little hip rock side to side. And switch it up other side. This is optional, you can just keep rocking those hips if that feels good. Coming up, just a little head roll with the arms straight. Should feel really good. Getting all the kinks out, reversing that. Down, little mini cobras, keeping a big bend in the elbows back, thinking about just bringing half the body up and going back down. Little baby cobras here. Tuck those toes, send the hips back, child pose. Add a little rock here, so bring yourself onto all fours, almost like a modified plank, and then rock yourself back into that child's pose. Keeping the arms straight. Nice. From there, you're going to find all fours, tuck your toes, and send those hips up. Downward dog. Bringing alternate arm and opposite arm to opposite leg. Just giving it a little tap, testing out your balance here. Keeping those hips up to the sky, back straight. And then a little three-legged dog, one leg up. Start to see where that leg's at today. Ooh, give it a little lower and then pick it back up. Switch sides, same thing. Try stacking those hips. Just a little bit of flexibility first thing in the morning here. Down and up with that three-legged dog, and let that go. From this down dog, you're going to roll into your first plank, thinking about rib cage and pelvis coming towards one another. And then just flow through these two. So down dog to plank, down dog, roll it through to plank. In that plank, making sure elbows, knees, haha, wrists, elbows, shoulders are all stacked. Haven't had enough coffee. From this plank, start tapping your knees down and down, alternating knees, keeping everything else in position. Beautiful. All right, let yourself sit back in that child's pose. Breathe. Scoot yourself up and then walk those hands back. Find this little sissy stretch, little quad stretch, squeezing the glutes, bringing the hips up slightly, using those hands into the floor, looking up towards the sky. Let that go. Find your rock position and then roll up and reverse that roll down. Arms stay back, head finds the floor, rolling up and down, moving through that spine, up and down. A few more here. Nice. From there, find your 90-degree position with your legs, one leg forward, one leg back. Squeeze that back glute and add a little bit of rocking here, forward and back, still tracking those knees over toes. Always, always, always. Find a big lunge, back leg is straight, and circle that same arm as front knee. Repeat the same thing on the other side, starting with that hip flexor stretch. So squeeze that glute, find 90 degrees with the legs, and you can start to add a little back and forth movement if you'd like. Tuck that back foot and start to circle that arm, same arm as front leg. From here, just tuck both toes down and give yourself a little rock back and forth. You can tap those knees on the ground if you'd like. Should start to feel really, really good here. Hang, straighten those legs,